keep everything down, okay? Let's keep quiet. Okay, this one is called I Forgive You. Hello, my name is Jasem, but you can call me James. Do you see what I did there? I switched the S and the M and bam, James. Now, people like to call me difficult for hating my given name. You're disrespecting the gift your parents gave you, they said. I found that odd, for they found it easy to call me jasmine or difficult or khadama, and you say I have no self-respect? Tell that to the men outside this event who yelled yeah when I reached their peripheral, and I found them later standing on this stage preaching about their mothers, fathers, and siblings who have taught them love. Before you call me anything but the name I have given myself, insert these eyes into your eye sockets. Tell me you cannot feel a room before you enter, how heavy the floors seem to be, and when they call you by the name given by the people who have thrown you away, please resist the temptation to hold them accountable. Yet, you still think you owe me the right to say, but he's still your father. How could your name have anything to do with this? Well, I'm still his son, but that isn't an excuse, is it? We are blood alike, but the nerve endings on his knuckles might not have been. They blow like a sewing machine's needle, lips throbbing in agony as an aluminum thread stitches my mouth shut. And yet, my friend, you say, you know what? Other people have it worse than you. Does this look like a competition to you? Do I have to prove the iron bruises on my face, my mute mouth, and the bored look on my mother's to show you verification? He tells her, out of all my 10 children, he is the worst. With these words lingering in my mind, I learned to load the gun onto myself. It is one, to be an abusive parent. It is another, to be a shameless one. This is what it's like to see through my skin, to taste the name given by the people who have spat at it. We're doing this out of love, she says. I am your mother. I'll take a bullet for you. I'll fight for you more than anyone you know. But when he evicted me, my body, the prey it is, allowed loaded promise pellets to rip through my skin. And I'd still take a bullet for her. You taught me to swallow cancer into my body, rip this 5-letter tattoo off my skin, but you'll have no clue how most days a gun feels easier to carry, and that's how I was born, James. Born out of tears made of acid that pierces through skin and transitions DNA, a name that expresses defense and represses hostility. Because maybe if I reinvented myself, I wouldn't think that I was prey to many. I still have the stitches, the ammos inside, the dawdling words, the reoccurring occurrences. This is why I do not like that name. Let me name myself Jasem when I find myself a family, one that I can call what the kids in school call their parents' house. And now that we are no longer in contact, I wonder if you can feel me lose myself into people's shoulders. Unlike your fists made of steel, I found comfort on the fabrics of strangers. Some nights, when I am huddled inside a blanket, I look up to my ceiling. It looks exactly like the one I had in your house, and I wish you would just love me back, but instead, I punch my pillow back and forth because there is more anger in me than I will ever let the world hear. After all, I've still got stitches sewn into my lips. That's what trauma does to you. You may have shot it down once, twice, many times with that lightweight gun you call James, but sometimes it can creep into moments unexpected, and you wonder why it feels like all the world's problems are on your back because they found it easy to slam the door shut and lock the seams in place, while you persisted in resisting it from banging and knotting. But I found myself through that. For once, I let the door do its thing. I keep the sewing machine running. I thank my friends for the spare key and the pair of fabric scissors. My arms will be on top of theirs and theirs on top of mine, because this is what it's like to have a family, like a brand new sweater for winter, or an abstractly physical warmth, in other words, a home. Let time cut these threads stitch by stitch, and for once I know it's safe to drop the rifle, the name, the personality. This is not to say I am forgiving. I fear I may never. This is to say I will start living with an empty cartridge. I'll be sewing the seams my own way. Hi, my name used to be James, but you should call me Jasem. Thank you.